Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Two Red Gringos Amateur Announcing. I'm your host, Phil Bakke, and today we will be bringing you some action from the two Bundesliga between 4th place FC Union Berlin and 5th place FC Ingolstadt. We are bringing you this live, so the way this works basically is you bring up a stream of the game and mute it, or you can actually listen to these because Fox Soccer Match Pass doesn't put commentators on their broadcasts of the stream. So you can go ahead and keep the crowd noise up and listen to me. Or if you don't have a stream of the game available, you can use me as your radio. Listen to the game as you would old school if you were listening to the radio. Feel free while you're listening, go ahead, jump in the chat, talk about if you're a Union supporter or an Ingolstadt supporter, or if you're just here to pay attention to some football because you're a fan of the game. Go ahead, jump in the chat and let me know what you're thinking about, what you're talking about, and what you want to see today from this game. So as we get going, the Union Berlin supporters in full voice, as per usual, we'll take a look at the lineups and a couple of stats as we get towards kickoff. So first off, Union Berlin as a home team, they are winless in their last 4. Last week, they came out and lost 1-0 to my club, that is Dynamo Dresden. They lost 1-0 at home to Dynamo as Dynamo climbed back up the table. And so Union Berlin fell behind the pack a little bit. They're 5 points off of Fortuna Düsseldorf, who sit in that 3rd place promotion playoff spot. And they are looking to keep pace tonight with a win over FC Ingolstadt. Union Berlin, their nickname, Die Eisernen, the Iron Ones. Named because in their section of Berlin and the clubs that they formed out of, it is a lot of metal workers and iron workers who were patrons of the club, and so as a result, they're known as the Iron Ones. 4 East Berlin clubs combined in 1966 to form FC Union Berlin, so the union makes sense. It was 4 clubs that combined to make them, and they were one of the few clubs in East Germany that actually were civilian, so they weren't affiliated with the police or the army or the Stasi or any other governmental agencies, which a lot of the big clubs in East Germany were. So Union Berlin have always had a independent feel to them, and they started in the Kepnick region in Berlin. So Union Berlin, great history. They're led out by their manager, Andre Hofschneider, who was the interim coach just about a year ago, replaced by Jens Keller. Jens Keller only lasted till December, and just before the Dynamo Dresden game was sacked. And when he was sacked, Andre Hofschneider stepped into that position from assistant coach into the manager spot. So the lineup that they've put forward for Union Berlin, Jakob Busk is in goal, Christian Petersen, Mark Torrejon, Tony Leisner, and Christopher Trimmel are the back 4. They'll play a midfield 5. Simon Hudland on the left wing, Stefan Furstner, Marcel Hartl, and Felix Kruse in central midfield, and Stefan Skripski on the right. And then Sebastian Polter, the club's top scorer with 10 goals and former QPR man, will lead the line up top. FC Ingolstadt, on the other hand, they are in 5th. They are 1 point behind Union Berlin, so this is a big match because it will really either separate the sides or allow Ingolstadt back into that promotion race. Die Schanzer, or the Trenchmen, as they're known, have been a little shy in front of goal, but they've been good defensively, which has led to them being 5th. Stefan Leitl, their manager, said this week that we need to be more greedy in front of goal. And with their goals scored, you can see why. So their lineup, Orion Nyland will be in goal. Marcel Gauss, Marvin Matip, Hauke Val, and Tobias Levels will be their back four. They'll play a midfield three of Alfredo Morales, Christian Trash, and Almog Cohen, and then a front three of Stefan Lex, Dario Lescano, the striker, and on the left wing, the main man in attack for FC Ingolstadt, Sonny Kittle, with 7 goals and 7 assists already to his name this season. So the teams have shaken hands, and they are just preparing for kickoff now. The captains have already met at midfield, captaining FC Union Berlin today, Felix Kroos. Felix Kroos, the brother of Toni Kroos of Real Madrid fame and German national team fame, hasn't quite reached the levels that his brother has, but certainly holding his own and captaining this Union Berlin side today. The teams are ready for kickoff, and we are ready to get this match underway. A big match at the top of the table between Union Berlin and FC Ingolstadt. It was said in the build-up by both managers that these teams are level. They play about... They're only separated by 1 point in the table, and in form and in quality, you could say that they are very evenly matched. So this should be a fantastic game. Ingolstadt have relied on a very steady defense. Their goalkeeper, Orion Nyland, the Norwegian, has only conceded 13 goals in their 14 matches so far. Nyland with the ball now, looking to get things started, going back the other way. Long ball forward. Then a foul in the center of the park. Simon Hedlund penalized there. Ingolstadt looking to restart. Neither team able to establish much of a hold on this game. It's Marvin Matip, the brother of Joel, carries forward. They have a very similar style in central midfield, Marvin and his brother. They like to launch attacks from that deep lying position in central defense. Now Ingolstadt have a throw far forward. Launched into the box here. Flicked on by Lescano, but Union Berlin are able to carry it away, and it's Felix Kroos moving down the right. He slides it forward for Marcel Hartl. Hartl's got runners. He's chosen to go to his right. Cross from the right, pulled back, only comes as far as Christian Petersen over the bar. But a good start and a good counter for Union Berlin. Came out to Petersen on the edge of the area, but blazed over the left back. The Dane, no goals to his name as of yet in the 2 Bundesliga, but he does have 3 assists from that left back position. Here we go as Nyland launches the ball forward. Lescano's first real involvement. He's gone past a couple players. He's gotten down the right. He tries to cross, deflected out, and it will be a corner for Ingolstadt. It was Petersen defending this time. Lescano did really well to get past a couple players there on the right flank as he initially held the ball up in the center. And now Ingolstadt with an early opportunity from a set piece. Can they make anything of this? It'll be Christopher Trimmel, the right back, to take. Trimmel with a low driven cross in. Just cut out only as far as Sonny Kittle, who's moved it back out to Trimmel. Trimmel crossing finds Kittle again, but Petersen does well defensively. His clearance isn't very good, though, and Ingolstadt have held this ball in. Now he's gone down on the edge of the area and been told to get up, and then Union Berlin play the ball out for a throw. It was Christian Trosch actually getting forward, and then Stefan Lex, who was brought down on the edge of the area, but nothing was given against Stefan Furchner, who was back defending for Union Berlin. Long throw into the box, but Busk is able to claim and launches a long throw forward, which nearly reaches Skripski in midfield. Now a foul by Ingolstadt. Union Berlin restarting play very quickly, and Poulter's shot tame in the end and easy for Nyland to claim. Poulter put through there. Poulter's 10 goals and 3 assists lead this Union Berlin attack. Now a foul in midfield by Stefan Furchner, who was tracking back for Union Berlin. Ingolstadt able to go back the other way. Union defending well again, though, and trying to launch an attack towards Skripski, but again, Ingolstadt, both teams nullifying each other up to this point. Scrappy play, lots of long balls. No one able to get the ball down and play it, and in that case, it looked like Alfredo Morales, the American, was lining up a shot, but the offside flag was up. I believe it was Stefan Lex who was whistled for offside, but Lescanos won the ball high up the field. Kittel is going in down the left. Kittel under the attentions of Felix Kroos, and Kroos does well defensively. Union able to clear, but Ingolstadt collect and will look to attack again. Interesting game so far, and you can definitely tell that this is going to be an even matchup. It may take a defensive mistake to open this game up and break the deadlock. Long ball forward by Nyland, cut out by Berlin, but Ingolstadt again regained possession quickly. Tobias levels with his first involvement of the game. Down the right for Ingolstadt, but they work the ball back across their back four and out to the left to Marcel Gauss. Gauss with Kittles ahead of him. Kittles looking to take his man on. Instead, slides it into Lescano, who's come to the edge of the area. He works down the left flank. The ball's found its way back to Lex. Lex unable to cut it back for Kittles, and Almog Cohen is screaming on the edge of the area. He was brought down on the edge of the area off the ball. Almog Cohen wanted a foul given. He was trying to run onto the cutback from Stefan Lex, but instead it is out for a corner for Ingolstadt, and it will be Sonny Kittles to take. Kittles, as I said, the Eintracht Frankfurt product, came over to Ingolstadt, and he has lit the 2 Bundesliga alight. 7 goals and 7 assists so far, and he'll be looking to add to that assist total. Low cross to the near post, flicked on, but didn't quite come off the set play. Ingolstadt do retain possession, though, and Kittles is back on the ball down the left. Another low cross cut out only as far as it was Marcel Gauss who had worked his way to the edge of the area, but his shot was blocked and out for an Ingolstadt throw. Ingolstadt maintaining the pressure, making it very difficult on Berlin to break out of their defensive area. And the ball nearly falls for Lescano there, but it is cleared haphazardly by Tony Leisner for Union Berlin. Lescano was lurking. Everybody in the box for FC Ingolstadt for another long throw. Alfredo Morales brings it down, tries to work it back out to Marcel Gauss, and it's over his head, and the ball's going Union Berlin's way for the first time in a couple of minutes. Oh, mistake there nearly by Union Berlin off the throw, but good recovery. And then Busk able to clear long. Couple of aerial duels, and eventually a foul is given against Christian Petersen, who jumped unfairly. It was Stefan Lex who was fouled. He initially came together with Levels, and then it was Mark Torrejon against Kittles, but now looking to restart with a quick free kick was FC Ingolstadt. They were unable to do so. The referees pulled it back, and they'll retake it. They had slid it down the right. Kittle had looked for an overlapping runner, but now I assume he'll put this into the box, give someone a chance to get ahead on it. Someone has, and it's high and wide. Not good enough from Almog Cohen. Almog, the Israeli, does have a goal this season for Ingolstadt, but it came in the DFB Pokal. Has not scored yet in the 2 Bundesliga. Had an opportunity there from the header, but not enough quality on the header to ever threaten beating Busk in the Union goal. Again, Union unable to escape their half, and maybe they will now. Poulter has turned well on the ball, and it's Hedlund down the left now for Union Berlin. Drops it back to Peterson. Infield to Marcel Hartl, but he's swarmed by Ingolstadt defenders, and Ingolstadt unable to get it clear, though. Out for a Union throw. Pedersen will take this on the left for Union. Works a couple of passes with Hedlund, but then Hedlund's return ball off target. Ingolstadt restart with another throw. And now it's Kittles down the left. Kittles in a dangerous area. Put through, nearly found the cross for Lescano, but it was Busk who was out to claim. And now Union headed back the other way. Felix Kroos out wide for Skripski. Skripski brought down. It is only a throw. It was a good tackle there by Marcel Gauss. Gauss operating in that left back role. More so of a left midfielder by trade, but employed here as a fullback. Definitely more attack-minded than a traditional fullback. Long ball looking to release Skripski. Skripski unable to reach it, and it is out for an Ingolstadt throw deep in their own defensive third. Marcel Hartl was also lurking, but Gauss will look to restart. Another poor wayward pass by Ingolstadt, and both sides will be ruining their lack of quality so far. Skripski, really nice skill down the right, but again swarmed by Ingolstadt defenders. Clearance isn't good though, and a cross able to come in towards Poulter, but Levels with some calm defending on the edge of his area works the ball back to Nyland, who is able to collect easily. Well, in these opening minutes of the game, it has been a story of both teams just playing a bit, I don't know if the word is nervous or if it is strictly that both teams are playing high energy and looking to shut the other down, but not a lot of quality play able to be showcased as of yet. A long ball from Nyland, headed away and eventually brought under control by Hedlund. Long ball forward looking for Skripski down that right flank. Skripski's kept it in and eventually played it off of the Ingolstadt defender, and it will be a corner. FC Union's first corner of the game. It was Trimmel who was tracking the run of Skripski. And Trimmel will take this corner to the near post. Doesn't beat the first man. Kroos holds possession for Berlin and then eventually brings down the breaking Kittles. Kittle looked to counter there from a loose pass from Felix Kroos to Christopher Trimmel, and Kroos did the professional thing and brought down his mark, stopping that counterattack. No card produced for stopping that counter. And Ingolstadt deep in their own half, again looking to get forward. Union just able to get out of their own half for the last couple of minutes, relieve some of the pressure, but not really able to make any of the pressure count against Ingolstadt, who looked to launch a smart attack forward, but Cohen's header through towards Lescano is collected in the end by Berlin, and bus clearance isn't good. Ingolstadt had a handball call against Berlin, but advantage played, and Levels has the ball down the right flank. Levels looking for runners infield, cut out in the end by Pedersen, and Marcel Hartl has now launched an attack for Berlin the other way. Poulter's bent his run. Poulter's onside. Poulter's through. He's tried to beat the defender. Poulter! Saved by Nyland. Poulter did really well to bend his run and stay onside. He was through on the keeper. Oh, that was not a good call. He was well off. Flag should have been raised, but I think the official was just unsighted by the positioning of the Ingolstadt defense. And Poulter denied by Nyland in the end, and ball eventually worked out for an Ingolstadt throw deep in their own defensive third. But what a chance off of a very, very lucky missed offside call by the linesman. Sebastian Poulter looked certain to open the scoring with what would have been his 11th goal of the season, but denied by Nyland. And Nyland showing why he's been so good this year. 6 clean sheets to his name in 14 appearances. He's done really well. He's conceding less than a goal a game on average. Union looking to work a free kick down the side, but it's eventually out for a goal kick. Oh, it is behind for a corner. And it will be a corner kick now for Union Berlin. Trimmel to take again, and can Union make this one count? Towards the center, it misses Leisner's head by a fraction of an inch, and Ingolstadt looking to counter, but well dealt with by Union in the end. Now a long ball forward by Torrejon reaches the waiting arms of Nyland. Nyland's throw is right on the money to start things back. Ingolstadt not able to make anything of that quick restart though, and they've worked the ball back to Matip. Matip striding forward with the ball, looks for a long diagonal ball out to Kittle. Everything offensively going through Kittle so far, and tries to work the 1-2. Didn't come off in the end. It was Marcel Gauss who tried to play his left wing counterpart through. Pass just a bit wayward. Now a long throw in. Firstner tried to get to it, but Ingolstadt able to collect. Matip on the ball again. Tracked here by Poulter. And then Levels brought down. Only good for an Ingolstadt throw, though. They're restarting play. Well, how big will that Poulter chance look if Ingolstadt are able to capitalize on a chance at the other end? Long ball forward for Lescano, flicked back. It's Cohen. Cohen on the edge of the area. He's looking for Kittle, but the pass is poor. Now Union with a long ball back the other way. Poulter's played it through for Skripski. Skripski's down the right. Crosses in towards Poulter. Cut out by Marvin Matip. And behind for FC Union corner. Union looking dangerous on the counter, and can they look dangerous from a set piece? They've yet to have a good delivery on one of these corners yet, but can they make it count? The Union Berlin supporters behind the goal awaiting something. Leisner was in there. Leisner brought down, but didn't make any contact with the ball, and Ingolstadt clear the second cross in all the way back to Busk. Leisner looked like he may have an opportunity there, but he was only able to get the very, very top of his head to the ball, and it flicked to the far left side. Now Ingolstadt back the other way. Header by Levels looking for Lex, but carefully watched there by Pedersen. Now Berlin looking to launch something of their own down their left. Poulter runs this down on the left-hand flank. Worked well for Hedlund. Sliced wide. It was a good link up between Poulter and Christian Pedersen down that left-hand side, and Hedlund took the opportunity to occupy the space that Poulter had vacated. His first time shot, though, sliced well wide. And Nyland able to take the goal kick. He does misplace it, though, and Berlin restart with a quick throw. Pedersen looking for better options to the right. Finds Firstner. Firstner occupying a position we had seen Felix Kroos in most on the right. Just changing things up a bit, Union Berlin. Marcel Hartl has also dropped to that right flank. Worked through for Skripski. And it's come through for Hedlund. Hedlund's down the right as well, but I think he's carried it out for... Oh, has a corner been given? Yeah, a corner's been given against Simon Hedlund. Or no, a corner has been given for Berlin. I thought that Hedlund had carried it out, but Union Berlin have another corner now. Christopher Trimmel to take. Trimmel towards the penalty spot, headed away at the near post, though. Trimmel holds in the clearance. Now it's come to Felix Kroos. Kroos with a cross. Can't find a Union player. And Hedlund has to track back to collect this. And Berlin play it all the way back to Busk. Busk has launched it forward, looking for Skripski down the right. High press from Union Berlin, unable to yield anything except for a wayward Ingolstadt pass. And now Alfredo Morales able to latch on to a lax clearance from Berlin. And has he forced a corner here for Ingolstadt? No, he hasn't. He thought he had. He thought he had. He let it run out. But they're saying it came off him last. And the Berlin-born American international, frustrated to say the least with the decision. Union Berlin's clearance, again collected by Ingolstadt, though, and Ingolstadt will to restart again. Matip playing it out wide for Levels. Levels into the feet of Lescano, who flicked it on for Lex, but far too strong, and it's Marc Torrejon who is able to usher things out. Torrejon, the Spanish international Barcelona native who got his start with the other Barcelona club, Espanyol. Barcelona's crosstown rivals. Matip with another long ball forward for Ingolstadt, looking for Lescano, but Leisner is able to collect that. Bad back pass by Fürstner has put Leisner in trouble, though, and he was tracked by Alfredo Morales. Leisner not happy in the least. Leisner, a Dresden native, came up with Dynamo's youth team. Has a goal and an assist to his name. Good for a defender. As Hartl gets just enough on this to work it to Skripski, and Skripski now looking to launch a quick counter. Poulter might have that one, but Matip really well to get across and cover. But now Matip's played himself into trouble. He was closed down by Hedlund, who's moved to the right flank. Hedlund looking for anything infield, but can't find Poulter with his pass, and it's cleared in the end by Hawkeval. But it's not cleared all the way, and Union with another chance. Fürstner to the feet of Torrejon. Sprayed out wide for Pedersen. Ingolstadt pressing higher up the field now, engaging the ball in Union's half, but on very good recovery tackle there by Levels. Union nearly had a man through. I believe it was Hedlund down that left-hand side. Now Peterson with a good defensive header to keep Lex from latching on to the long ball forward. Out for an Ingolstadt throw. Levels looking for a target. It's gone in towards Lescano. Just muscled out of it. Headed back forward by Matip. And now Poulter using his strength, and he's fouled in the end by Matip. Matip, Cameroonian international, along with his brother. Matip, the longest serving player in the 11 for Ingolstadt. This is his 7th season with the Bavarian club. Spent a couple of halcyon years in the Bundesliga just a couple seasons ago, as Matip gets his head to another clearance. Only as far as Pedersen. Pedersen eventually finding Hedlund. Hedlund looking to take his man on. Cuts inside of Levels. Puts it to the feet of Marcel Hartl. Shaped up for a shot, but it was deflected away, and Ingolstadt looking to launch a counterattack. And now Torrejon whistled for a foul. He came through straight through the back of Lescano, and Torrejon has some very strong words for the referee and is claiming that Lescano dived. I'm sure Lescano and Torrejon expressing themselves in their native tongue. Torrejon obviously coming from Spain, and Dario Lescano, the Paraguayan. Dario Lescano, this is his 3rd season with Ingolstadt. Now Ingolstadt launching things the other way. It was Kittel trying to get past Trimmel, but Trimmel did really well. Trimmel looking to restart with a throw, but the referee had whistled the way of Ingolstadt. So it is a D. Schanzer throw. And they do get things started. A deep cross up towards Lescano, never reaching its target. Leisner heads away confidently, but Hedlund can't get a decisive touch to the ball, and it's Christian Trash who's able to come away with things. Not involved with much for Ingolstadt as of yet. Advantage played Ingolstadt's way after the foul, and Matip looking to slide Gauss through down the left, but Gauss plays it out for a Union throw. Christian Trash not involved too much with proceedings so far, but as a defensive midfielder, he's been breaking up play. Probably Ingolstadt's highest profile player, moving from Wolfsburg in the summer for an undisclosed fee. He had previously come through Stuttgart's system, but applied his trade at Wolfsburg for some years as Hedlund able to get on the end of a long ball forward. And he's running at levels. He cuts the ball back inside. It's come for Kroos, trying to slide a ball through for Skripski, but nothing doing. And then Leisner with a bit of a mistake. Lescano able to bring the ball down, and maybe Ingolstadt just getting things started. Firstner unable to foul Lescano. He wanted to, and then Lescano's nutmeg of Leisner unable to lead to anything productive for Ingolstadt. Union straight back the other way. Poulter's past him, man. Poulter's maybe through, but good covering there. I think Nyland may have just been able to get to that ball if the defender had left it, but instead Mark Torrejon was across to clear off of his keeper's hands. Union are looking dangerous when they get that counter right. Long ball forward, looking for Hedlund. He does really well to bring it down, but his second touch evades him, and it's out for a goal kick. Really, really well done on the initial touch by Hedlund to bring that down, but his second touch just too heavy. You can see Hedlund, the Swede, who moved from Elfsborg in Sweden, where he came up, just upset with himself there. He does have 4 goals in this Bundesliga campaign, so he's been doing quite a bit of producing from that left wing position. But Ingolstadt are now back in business in their attacking third. Laid off levels. Looked like he may have been fouled, but referee says Berlin won the ball. Skripski, though, unable to hold in the clearance. Ingolstadt looking to break things down, but both teams pressing higher up the field as Hartl is pressing that back line. 3 players in the Ingolstadt half all doing pressing duties, and they've pressed Ingolstadt out of possession here. Flicked on by Poulter, and Hartl is able to run onto it. Hartl running at the defense. Cross ball for Skripski. Brought down in the area. Said he got the ball. And it was Felix Kroos who nearly ran onto that header down by Skripski. And it looked like he was brought down in the area, but the referee said he got the ball, and not a lot of protestations from Union Berlin players, so perhaps he's made the right call there. Ingolstadt escape a dangerous situation and looking to create something of their own back the other way. In towards Lescano. Flick down for Lex to hit, but well high and wide. Lescano was trying to bring that ball down. It turned into a pass, but Lex just mishit the volley. Still 0-0. Neither side able to assert their quality yet. And there, the lack of quality on display from Ingolstadt. Ball booted out, searching for levels, but out for a throw. Berlin back the other way. It's Firstner carrying the ball forward. Long diagonal ball. Hits off the back of Skripski, but he's able to bring it under control, but then dispossessed in the end. by Torrejon, and there's a vital intervention. However, Union's kept it in. Marcel Hartl brought down, but again, Ingolstadt got the ball. Now they're headed the other way. Levels down the right. He's got runners in front of him. What will he choose? He chooses a deep cross towards the back post, but Morales and Liscano were lurking but couldn't get there. Kittles has collected and kept it in, but can't beat his man with the move. And it's out for an Ingolstadt throw. Let's take another look. So here we had a handball appeal for the flick by Skripski, but I'm not seeing it. I don't think that was handball. Never. And now foul throw given against Marcel Gauss for Ingolstadt. So now you'll see Union Berlin restart play and attempt to better Ingolstadt's throw. That is the second foul throw in German games that I've commentated in a row. After not seeing foul throws ever, basically. I've now seen two in two German commentaries in a row. Not bad. Union Berlin get another throw here after the clearance by Ingolstadt. Can they do with this possession? Both of these teams just not quite there today. But maybe they've created something here. Skripski with a cross in towards Poulter. He can't quite get on the end of it. And in the end, Nyland's able to dive onto it. Sorry about that. Life happens, I guess. So Firstner whistled for a foul there, and it looked like the referee had reached for a card. Not quite sure if he's actually given anything. But Firstner did bring down the Ingolstadt player, and now Kittle will look for another delivery from a set piece. He's got this set maybe about 40 yards from goal, puts it in towards the far post, headed away by a Union Berlin head, and it will be an Ingolstadt throw deep in Berlin territory. It was Skripski who made the decisive touch. Skripski, a Berlin native, youth product of Union Berlin. He's been with Union Berlin his entire career, and 5 goals and 3 assists this season, and acrobatic effort in the end by Liscano, but that was Cohen in there. Nothing doing. Berlin restart with a goal kick. Jakob Busk in the end booting it long, but Pedersen unable to bring it under control. They try to go Dane to Dane, Busk to Pedersen. Busk has had a rough go of it so far this season. 17 appearances for the club. This is his 18th. He's appeared in every game, but he has conceded 24 goals in that time. And you can see basically the dichotomy between these two teams is Ingolstadt have a sturdy defense, but they struggle to score, and then Berlin score quite a bit, but struggle to defend. So that's the odd. If they could do both well, there's no telling what they could accomplish. But Berlin right now on the ball. Felix Cruz. I wonder how much Felix Cruz gets asked about Tony. Like he must be absolutely sick of it. I can't imagine being a guy, he plays for Real Madrid, he plays for the German national team. And, here's Felix holding his own as a professional footballer, even if it is in the second division. But he's holding his own, he's captaining his side. And I'm sure everybody is just like, what's Tony up to? Must suck. But Ingolstadt going forward here, levels ball far too near Busk. The Danish keeper collects easily. Leisner able to roll the ball forward. And it's Hartle who's dropped a bit deeper. Hartle able to work it through, though. It's come for Hartle, and it's saved. It was actually Hedlund who had dropped deep and then found the pass for Hartle. Hartle was through, but another good save by Nyland to deny the former Cologne man. It was a great run and a great pass. That's the second time that Union have been in on goal and been unable to beat Orion Nyland. But it is a corner for Berlin. Leisner in there again. It's flicked down, but out by Ingolstadt. Only as far as Kroos. Bounced past the far post. As he ran onto that. May have seen glory as it sat up for the volley, but he just mishit it, and then the flick by Hartle, still wide. Ingolstadt straight back the other way through Lex. Torrejon tracking well, forces the throw. Cross to the far stick by Morales. Flicked away. Only as far. It was Lex in the end who came up with it, and then Cohen worked the shot. Cohen's shot deflected behind. It will be an Ingolstadt corner. Ingolstadt had a big spell of pressure, but it's Berlin who have had the better chances. Can Kittel work his magic here? Kittel to the near post. Comes for Trash to strike, but well over the bar. That strike was trash. I'll be here all week. All right. Restarting play back the other way. Berlin do bring it under control. Pedersen finds Hedlund down the left. Hedlund cutting infield. Laid off for Hartle. Poulter, and will the referee bring it back for no advantage? And now he's played advantage Ingolstadt's way. He played advantage Berlin's way. Didn't think an advantage started, but then it's rolled through, and it was Lex, and it's saved by Busk. They went straight back the other way. A foul had been whistled against Ingolstadt, but advantage played. He allowed play to go on for a little bit longer. Then Ingolstadt had a foul committed against them. They launched an attack straight the other way, and it was Lex who found himself one-on-one with Busk, but the Danish keeper saved really well. And kept things level. Thought that maybe Ingolstadt's chance. No dice. But Lescano's run on to this one, and Kittel looking to beat his man. Unable to, lays it back off for Lescano. Lescano out to Lex. Eventually worked wide for Levels. Levels crossed towards the near post, headed away. Berlin looking to get the ball down and play out, but they can't. They can't escape. Lex. Cross blocked in. Good tracking back there by Pedersen. The fullbacks nullifying those wing players' contributions so far. Level's looking to launch a long throw into the box. Flicked on. Liscano tries to bring it down. Just muscled out of it by Hartle. And then a foul by Cohen. Union headed back the other way. Union playing it out from the back here. Hartle flicks it through Hedlund down the left again. Hedlund's got options in the center. Will he take one? He tries to beat his man. Doesn't, but it is out for a Union corner again. Lots of corners for both sides. Neither able to make a telling contribution as yet. Hedlund tried to beat his man. Levels thought it had come off of Hedlund last, but the referee had given a corner. Crossed into the center. Headed away. Union keep it in. Launch forward, looking for Poulter, but too long for the tall striker. And that'll do it. The halftime whistle has sounded. Union and Ingolstadt headed into the break, all knotted up at 0-0. Well, there were a few chances there in the first half. Big chances to speak of. It was a spell of pressure from Ingolstadt initially, but Ingolstadt unable to capitalize, and it was Berlin who had the first big chance through Sebastian Poulter. Poulter was put through, and then Union's other big chance came from a Poulter pass, but Marcel Hartle unable to score from the edge of the area after being put through by Poulter. That will be pointed to as the chance of the first half. What a save in the end by Nyland. And then it was straight back the other way a couple minutes later. Ingolstadt with their best chance as Stefan Lex was slid through. A nice measured pass, but unable to beat Busk. And that is why we are all knotted up. So it is not for lack of trying. A great pass by Cohen out of midfield for Ingolstadt. But alas, Busk was equal to the task. So we go into halftime knotted at 0. Still a wide open game. Plenty of chances for both sides. And we are in for a exciting second half. I pray that I do not go another 90 minutes without seeing a goal as I did when Liverpool played a couple days ago. But I think, having seen the chances in the first half, I think there will be a bevy of chances in the second half, and we should see some good goals from both sides. So I hope you'll stick with us for the second half. I'm going to take a quick break, and I will be back for kickoff in about 12 minutes. All right. All right, and we are back for the second half. Kickoff by Ingolstadt. They immediately launch an attack back the other way. No evidence of any changes at halftime, but certainly keep an eye out. Ingolstadt's throw taken by Gauss. Fallen. Matip linking up. Matip launching a long ball, searching for Kittle down the left. Gauss able to hold it in. Trimble comes away with it in the end for Berlin, though, and plays it off Kittle for a throw. Foul there by Morales on Felix Kroos. Union Berlin free kick near the halfway line. Taken long, but headed away by Matip. Held in by Berlin. Skripski commits a foul on Christian Trash. Ingolstadt relieve that little bit of pressure by Berlin. Matip opting for a long pass again, all the way out to Gauss on the left wing. Now it's time for Vol to switch the play out to Levels on the right. Flick forward by Trash. Lescano's run had taken him infield, though, and he's unable to reach it. Cohen for Lex, lays it off to Levels. Everything happening on the right flank here for Ingolstadt, cut out in the end by Pedersen, all the way back to Nyland in the Ingolstadt goal. Vol carrying it forward for Ingolstadt. Long pass forward. Searching ball, finds a Union head. Union eventually able to bring things down, and Gauss then commits a foul to hold up Skripski. Restarted quickly with the free kick and laid down the line for Trimmel. Trimmel able to get there and put a cross in. It's brought down by Poulter. Poulter to strike it. Blocked away. Headland down in the box, told to get up. Poulter trying to run onto it. And now Poulter told to get up after going down in the box. Trimmel running onto this one down the right. Chip towards the far post towards Poulter, but Matip heads it away and behind for a corner. Berlin with a frantic bit of action in the Union box, and Union's players deign to have been going down too easily by the referee. So it remains 0-0. Union with a corner. Delivered in, caught by Nyland, though, far too close to the keeper. Very easy for the Norwegian to deal with. Nyland's rolled the ball out for himself and taken a long boot upfield. Headed away by Berlin and worked through Headland, unable to run onto it. And it's actually been put through for Lescano to chase, but Busk alive to that, and he rolls it out for Torrejon to go back into attack for Berlin. Now a long pass has gone wayward for Berlin, and Ingolstadt have the throw. Well, both managers will be thinking that their side could be ahead. Chances in the first half were flowing both ways. They didn't come too frequently, but when they did come, they were very high quality, not taken by either side. There's a Union Berlin player down. It was Skripski. He's back on his feet, though, and with Union on the ball, they will go ahead and maintain the tempo. Flicked inside. Two Union players collide. It was Skripski and Kroos who ran into each other, but a foul's been given against Ingolstadt. Been unlucky there. Hartle restarts with a quick free kick. Hedlund trying to get past his man, but cannot. And Ingolstadt back the other way. And now Lex, I believe, brought down. And a foul given against Berlin. Poulter whistled for the foul. Vol launching it forward, but no eager runners down the right. Out for a goal kick. I think he saw shadows make a run. Well, Stefan Lytle, Ingolstadt's manager, he had said before the game they need more greed in front of goal. And the one big chance that came Ingolstadt's way, Lex was not greedy enough, did not take it. Now Berlin pressing back the other way. Oh, but this could turn into a counter. Gauss cut that out well. Ingolstadt working it back infield for Lescano. Rolled through. It's Kittle, and he's blazed it over. Kittle had made the run and with 7 goals already this season in 14 appearances. You would have backed him to score. He blazed over from inside the area, and another good opportunity wasted for Ingolstadt there. Now Trimmel for Union. Back the other way. Trimmel with a good run. Lays it out for Skripski. Skripski tries to go past Vol, but can't find a route past the German defender. Trimmel's rolled it back in. Trimmel looking for a deep cross towards Poulter. Can't get ahead to it, and Hedlund unable to make his first touch count. He's forced to carry it back out wide. Now a shot from distance, but always well wide. Never near the goal for Hedlund. Shooting boots forsaking him tonight. Ingolstadt put under pressure by Berlin here, and Hedlund now able to pick the ball up. Rolls the ball infield for Skripski. Skripski in the area, blocked away. Berlin playing very high pressure. Ingolstadt not really able to hold on to the ball and break out. Berlin all over them right now. Now a foul given, and it'll be a free kick. Union's way. Slid through. Hedlund looking to chase. Hartle onto the second ball. Hartle looking to cut inside from that left flank. Instead, it's Pedersen who delivered the cross, but again, not of the required quality, and then Lescano fouled. And it's Torrejon. Torrejon having a word with the referee. Not pleased with Lescano. And what Torrejon feels is the Paraguayan going over far too easily. Lescano, like I said, from Paraguay. He had moved to Switzerland and played most of his career there, and was with FC Luzern in Switzerland when he was purchased by Ingolstadt 3 seasons ago. The striker, 4 goals this season. Certainly looking for a better return from him as they continue on. Trash here for Ingolstadt out wide for levels. Rolled to Lescano, who blazes across the box, but no one able to get a foot to it. And now Berlin back the other way. It's Skripski trying to go around Vol, but nothing doing. And Nyland boots deep for Ingolstadt. Now Firstner brought down by levels, and that'll be a foul and a free kick for Union. Lofted forward. Hartle brings it under control. Back out wide for Hedlund. Hedlund tries to find Skripski, who is infield. Shot in the end came from Hartle, but it was, again, high and wide. Nyland able to restart with a goal kick. Long flat ball. Again, headed away by Union, and Skripski escapes the attention of two players. Dummy by Hartle. Leaves it for Poulter. Poulter squeezes it out wide for Pedersen down the left. Pedersen off for the pass back. Kroos chip to the far post for Hartle. Headed away and then booted away. It's Trimmel tracking back. Union maintaining a lot of pressure here. Hartle running in from the left. Almost squeezed through by Hedlund, and then a penalty. It's a penalty given. Hartle was off the ball and was brought down, and the penalty has been given. Ingolstadt infuriated. It's Alfredo Morales who's been whistled. So you can see Hartle flick the ball through for Hedlund. Hedlund tried to squeeze the ball back for him. Hartle going for the ball, and I gotta say, I don't think there's anything in that. It's just a coming together of two players. Hartle's never reaching the ball. It's not a good penalty call. It's soft. It's so soft. Morales letting the referee know exactly what he thinks. But Union with a chance to take the lead now from the spot. I believe it's Firstner to take. This to give Union the lead. And he does. Rolled in confidently. It was Steven Skripski to take. Well, there will be a lot of debate about the penalty decision in the first place, but Union Berlin have taken the lead. I mean, there is contact, but Hartle's never reaching the ball. I don't know. I think it's a soft decision. Rolled in confidently by Skripski. He sent the keeper the wrong way. Nyland guessed wrong. Skripski made no mistake. And Union Berlin lead as Cohen grabs the ball, runs back to midfield, and separates his players from the referee. They had surrounded him. Well, 1-0 Union Berlin now. Long ball out for an Ingolstadt free kick. Like I said, a lot of debate about that penalty decision, but maybe just what the game needs. That breakthrough could launch things. And now Kroos whistled for a foul, and Kroos shown the first yellow card of this match. Kroos just bringing down Morales there. Long ball into the box for Ingolstadt. Hit on the volley by Marvin Matip, but well over the bar. Never threatening Busk's goal. Stefan Leitl will need his team to find their scoring touch now. Otherwise, Berlin are on their way to ending their 4-game winless streak. Berlin are getting forward again. Foul. Poulter on Christopher Trimmel. Yeah, it was just for a handout to the face of Trimmel. The Austrian fullback was caught in that, so you can see why the referee's given the foul. Now, flicked in for Lescano. Lescano can't get around Leisner, but it is out for a corner. Ingolstadt with a set piece now at Berlin's end. Everybody forward for this. Trimmel lining this one up. Trimmel towards the spot. Flicked on by Matip. No Ingolstadt players on the end of the flick. Kittel puts it back into the box, headed away. Now Berlin looking to break through Hartl. Hartl brought down and no foul given. Out for an Ingolstadt throw. Sorry, a Union throw. Union with a good combination down the right. And then Furstner left a foot in. Furstner's going to see the second yellow of the game. Furstner, the former Bayern man, booked. Yeah, he just came through Trimmel. And receives a yellow card for his trouble. Ingolstadt with a deep free kick. See if Trosh is able to put this one in towards the far post, looking for Matip. Headed on by Morales, down, looking for a secondary run, but no one was there for Ingolstadt. Another flick on by Morales, but no one on the end of it. Union will let it roll out for a free kick. Trimmel just allowing it to go. Ingolstadt readying a substitution, and it'll be Sonny Kittel sacrificed for Robert Leipertz. So Kittel, Ingolstadt's top scorer, comes off with the side needing a goal, and Robert Leipertz on in his stead was not able to make the impact that Stefan Leitl was hoping, as Berlin headed back the other way again. Hartl for Hedlund. Hedlund trying to roll the ball through for Poulter, but Poulter had stopped his run, and Nyland restarts with a throw. Good throw And now Lizcano maybe runs onto this through ball. No, covered by Busk, who was out to quickly snuff out any danger. And the throw is poor and out for a Union goal kick. Lightbert's first involvement. Hartle collects a long goal kick. Good covering by Christian Trosh. And then as the ball was rolled through for Leipertz, Trimmel just blocked him off. Trosh having a word with the referee just about Trimmel's involvement. Obviously, 2 Union players already on bookings, and Ingolstadt wanted that to be a third. Leipertz has rolled this ball through. Lizcano was chasing. Unable to get on the end of it. And it will be an Ingolstadt throw, though, deep in their own territory. And it'll be Gauss who will look to put this one into the box. Gauss with the long throw. Headed away, and then his second cross is cleared as well. Matip and Poulter going up against each other for it, but it's out for a throw, and Matip quickly restarts with that throw. Well, if you missed it, it's 1-0 FC Union. Steven Skripski with the penalty, which gave Union the lead. And that is where we stand right now. It was a very controversial penalty when it was called. Alfredo Morales, the German-American, bringing down Marcel Hartle in the box, but it was a very soft penalty. But it has given Union the lead, and Ingolstadt are left searching for a goal. Levels, cross, cut out. Morales, though, able to win the ball back high up the field. Morales on a mission after conceding the penalty. Gauss with a cross into the near post, and it was Leipertz lurking. In the end, it's cleared, and it is a FC Union throw deep in their own territory. Leipertz tried to get a flick onto that ball into the box, but nothing doing for Ingolstadt, and they're still left searching for that goal. Leipertz into a challenge with Hartle. Lizcano wins it high up the field, and Morales eventually works it all the way across to Levels, who's pretty far in field, but works it out to the right. Ball cut out there. Union looking to head back the other way. Forced out of play, I believe. No, it hasn't. It stayed in. It looked like it went out, and Kroos is charging forward. He's found Poulter. Poulter looking for a cross, caught by Nyland. It was an interesting exchange down the right, which nearly led to a Union chance, although it had looked dangerous for Ingolstadt initially. In the end, neither side able to make anything of it. Now Matip, long searching ball down the right flank. The clearance finds its way straight back to Matip. He's trying to link up there with Levels down the right, but instead Union, again, straight back the other way. Union player down, nothing given. Long strike by Hartle, but well wide. And now it looks like another substitution will be made, this time for Union Berlin. And it's Akaki Gojia, the former Dynamo Dresden man. Spent the last year on loan at Dresden. And now he will come on for Simon Hedlund. Akaki Gojia, number 11. On now. So I was trying to catch earlier. It looked like Gojia straight in. No, it's Poulter. Brought down. Nothing given. Ingolstadt countering through Gauss. Gauss releasing Leipertz down the left. Oh, a poor touch by Leipertz. Not of the required quality. Well, it looked like Stefan Lex had been replaced on the right for Ingolstadt, but I missed that substitution, so I'm trying to gather who is playing on that right wing for Ingolstadt right now. Long throw in by Ingolstadt, looking for Lescano. Leipert's able to bring it down, but squeezed off the ball by Union. And then Poulter, in a couple of duels, goes down, but referee has no sympathy for the big striker. Ingolstadt restart with a throw again. Flicked on by Lescano, but it is out for a goal kick. Well, Ingolstadt don't have too much time left to figure out a way through this Union defense. A 1-0 would be a bit rare for Union. They are a free scoring but free defending side as well, whereas Ingolstadt normally have the tougher time scoring and are more staunch defensively. Union will rue the couple of big chances that they've wasted so far, but maybe that's not the last of them. But Ingolstadt may be on here. Ball into the box. It's Leipertz! Leipertz has scored. The substitute makes an impact off the bench. And just like that, we are level. Ingolstadt equalizing. Robert Leipertz, the substitute, who's only been on the pitch for a matter of minutes, ran onto the ball from Thomas Pledl. The two substitutes combining for Ingolstadt. Pledl rolling the ball low for Leipertz to hit first time. And it was a great instinctive strike. 1-1 Ingolstadt. Well, we are back on level terms. Now foul given against Ingolstadt in the Union Berlin half. And now Leipertz booked. Leipertz with a loose touch. Oh, and a very late tackle on Felix Kroos. It was a bad challenge and worthy of a booking. So Leipertz now with a goal and a card to his name. Long ball forward. Poulter trying to bring it down, and he has for Hartl. Hartl trying to escape Ingolstadt's defensive attentions, but can't. And Leipertz has launched a counterattack the other way. Surely offside is Lescano, and the Paraguayan unable to hold his run. The Union defense stepped up just at the right moment, and Paraguayan was well offside. But Ingolstadt with the ball back now. Now Lescano down the left with a chance to run at his defender. He's been brought down in the box, and it is a penalty. It's a penalty for Ingolstadt. It's Tony Leisner that's conceded it. Lizcano beat him for pace to the byline, and when he slid in, Leisner had no chance at the ball, took the man instead. And it was actually Cohen who had made his way to the left on the byline, and Leisner shaking his finger at the official, but Cohen's still down. It looked a good call from both in real time and the replay. Cohen had got past Leisner, and the former Dynamo man was cooked at that point, decided to dive in and conceded the penalty, and it will be Lizcano to take for Ingolstadt to give them the lead. Lizcano, the Paraguayan, makes no mistake from the spot. Another goal for Ingolstadt has taken them from 1-0 down to 2-1 into the lead in just a matter of minutes. Marvin Matip talking to the huddle, just telling them to maintain their composure. Lizcano waited for the dive. And as soon as Busk picked aside, Lizcano stroked it home. There are actually some protests from the Union Berlin players claiming that Lizcano stopped his run, which is not allowed anymore. But Lizcano, with a hug from his manager, he's immediately subbed off, and it will be Stefan Kuchka, the other former Dynamo man, on in his place. Stefan Kuchka, scorer of so many good late goals for Dynamo over the years. On for Lizcano, the scorer who has taken Ingolstadt into the lead. And as it stands now at 2-1, the Bavarian side, Ingolstadt, would leapfrog Berlin in the table up to 4th. Which would be a huge result for Ingolstadt, and it would be a huge blow to Berlin, who are trying to keep pace with the other promotion candidates. So you can bet that Union Berlin will definitely be throwing all they have forward. Leisner headed it on, but cleared away for Kuchka, the new introduction for Ingolstadt to take, but Torrejon able to boot that one out. And another substitute this time for Union Berlin. It'll be Krylak, Damir Krylak on. It'll be Fürstner, who is sacrificed. Damir Krylak. An attacking change for Union Berlin. Krylak certainly more of an attacker than Fürstner, who occupies more of a defensive role. Now a determined run by Pedersen, but only yields a Ingolstadt throw. All of the Berlin players, you can see exactly what it would mean. They are devastated to have lost this lead, and everybody stopped because they thought a handball had been given, but alas, play restarts, and Ingolstadt tried to get back forward through Kuchka, but cut out by Mark Torrejon, doing his defensive duties once again. Well, Berlin showing their fragile side, which has been their downfall so far this season. Defensive fragility, but can they rely on their free-scoring players up front to get them back into this one? It's a throw for Berlin. All rolled across to Leisner. Leisner conceded the penalty, which saw the scoreline move to what it is. 2-1 to Ingolstadt. Lizcano taking the penalty. And you could see why the Union players were a little upset with the nature of the penalty taken. Lizcano, rather than the stuttering run-up that we've come to expect, he seemed to stop completely. And now, speaking of stopping, Torrejon down. It looks like he's cramping up a bit. The veteran defender coming off for treatment. Remains to be seen if he will continue. Would be a blow if Berlin have to make another substitution for an injury, but it would seem Torrejon's involvement in the game is over, and it will be Grisha Prommel introduced in his place. That is it from the big Spanish defender. He's done well today, but his legs have given out on him here in the late stages, the last 10 minutes, as Berlin are searching for an equalizer. An awkward back pass there. Busk just able to deal with it, but Ingolstadt maybe with a chance. Kuchka's on it. Kuchka turns, looking for Leipertz, the goal scorer, but nothing doing. Ingolstadt do still have the ball, though. A reverse ball from Leipertz does not beat his man, and now Goggia headed back the other way. Goggia bundled over by Leipertz, nothing given. It was Krylak who dove in. Again, nothing doing in Ingolstadt. Now on the ball. Ball headed away by Pedersen. Goggia looking to start a counterattack for Berlin, but Trosch does the cleaning up there for Ingolstadt. Long ball forward, eventually brought down by Kroos. Kroos for Pedersen. Leisner with the long ball forward, looking for Poulter. Nyland able to easily pick that one up. Berlin just looked to be running out of steam here. Union need a goal to stay above Ingolstadt. And if they do lose this game, it will be 5 without a win and 2 losses in a row. I think they at least want a point out of this to stay above Ingolstadt and maintain some hope of catching that top 3, which are slowly separating themselves from the pack. Currently 5 points off Fortuna Düsseldorf. Düsseldorf playing Eintracht Braunschweig in the other game today. Just getting the score. Fortuna do lead. Davor Lovren scoring in the 9th minute. That came in the 85th. Same as ours, as Trimmel crosses from the right for Berlin, but headed away by Matip. And the ball's out off Marcel Gauss. Union looking for their big attackers to make the difference now as Leipertz heads it back for Gauss to clear, which he does, only for a Union throw taken quickly by Trimmel. And eventually a goal kick given. Goggia unable to get past 3 men down the right. But Fortuna do lead that match against Braunschweig, and if Fortuna get the win today, that'll make the gap between them and Berlin 8 points. And Berlin's promotion hopes will have all but slipped away if they don't manage to win this game. In addition, Ingolstadt with a win will still be will still be 6 points off of Fortuna if results hold. But Union threatening now. Hartle out to Goggia. Goggia with the cross deflected and caught by Nyland. As you probably know, in Germany, the third place is only good enough for promotion playoff against the third worst team in the Bundesliga, but any of these clubs would chomp at the prospect of fighting for promotion, and Leipert's nearly through there for Ingolstadt to finish it off, but just about dealt with by Leisner, and it'll be another corner. Ingolstadt to take. Only a few minutes to go. You have to imagine that Leipert's will take this short, try to keep it in the corner for as long as possible, but maybe it's a bit early for that. Maybe that's the thinking here. And it's Trash forward to take for Ingolstadt. Trash into the box. Pledel collects. Pledel running at Kroos. Kroos does well, maintains his strength, and then it's Skripski who comes away with it for Union. Skripski forces a throw, finds Hartle. Hartle to Goggia. Goggia running infield. Cut out, and now Kuchka can stride forward, and he's running into space here. Stefan Kuchka. Good sliding challenge by Pedersen. Dispossesses the big German center forward. Kuchka, not the paciest striker, but he does have some quickness about him. Late challenge there by Leipert's on Kroos. Kroos, the victim of a couple late tackles. Remember, Leipert's on a yellow, needs to be careful here if he wants to avoid the suspension. It's flicked on by an Ingolstadt head and out for a goal kick. Sorry, I thought it was off an Ingolstadt head. It was off a Union head, and it is out for a goal kick. And now an Ingolstadt player down. Looks like Levels got a bloody nose and a challenge with one of the Union players, and the referee just noting that he's going to take account of this when determining added time. You can see the coming together between Leisner and Levels. Left the Ingolstadt left back worse for wear. Stefan Leitl of Ingolstadt barking some instructions out to his team. He can see the 3 points are in sight. Not much longer, but there will be quite a bit of added time here at the end of the game. Ingolstadt lead 2-1. It was Union Berlin who took the lead. A penalty early in the second half finished off by Stefan Skripski. In the end, it's been Ingolstadt who snatched the lead back. First, they equalized through the substitute Robert Leipertz off a great cross from the other substitute, Thomas Pladel. That is a nasty gash on Level's face, just as an aside. He has caught the full brunt of Leisner there. And then the second goal, a penalty to Ingolstadt, and it was dispatched by Dario Lescano, who's since been substituted for Stefan Kuchka. But that leaves Union looking for an equalizer. And they are on the ball now on that journey. Levels came back on the field and hadn't been allowed to. He ran back on the field to make an interception. That was a bizarre moment. He saw his opportunity. The referee hadn't actually cleared him to come back on the field, and he came back on and made an interception, and he's been booked. That was a bizarre couple of moments there. Tobias Levels booked. And Berlin have a free kick, and Ingolstadt are down to 10 men for the moment. Cross to the far post. Good header, but just wide. Levels now allowed to come back onto the field. Let's just talk about the fact that Levels looks a lot like Wayne Rooney. And it was Leisner who had met it, and Leisner is on a mission. He was the one who conceded that penalty, which Lescano eventually scored. He will be looking to right that wrong here in the last couple of minutes. The flick on now may work its way through to Leipertz again, but smart goalkeeping from Busk prevents any further danger. Union have a throw, though, and Gogia looking for his teammates. Skills past Leipertz. Clearance only reaches Kroos, who's in that deep midfield position. Kroos lofts it forward. Poulter flicks it on. No one can run onto it, though. Now flicked back to the keeper. Busk booting it long. Levels with an unconvincing header. Diemar Krylock was looking to get on the end of that one. But it's a throw to Berlin, and Pedersen launches it into the box, headed away by Matip. Gogia looking to usher it out for a corner, and he does. Berlin with a late corner. We have reached the 90-minute mark. We are into added time. The keeper is up. Can Berlin find the equalizer here? The play was designed for Busk. Headed away. Berlin put it back into the box. Ingolstadt's keeper catches, and he'll lay on the ball, and that will pretty much be it. Wow, that play was designed off the set piece for Busk to run onto the header, and unable to do so. Just mistimed the header there. Ingolstadt bringing it back the other way. Trying to hold the ball in the corner, and Leipertz will take it to that right corner flag. Union do force it out and launch play back the other way, but Ingolstadt able to clear, and the full-time whistle has gone. Ingolstadt snatched the win in Berlin. You can see Union not pleased with the way that they surrendered the lead at home. And that is confirmation as well that one, Ingolstadt jump above Union Berlin in the standings up to 4th. Fortuna Düsseldorf have sealed their win 1-0 against Eintracht Braunschweig. See what it means to Ingolstadt moving into 4th. They can see those promotion places, if off in the distance, as Stefan Leitl and Andre Hofschneider share a curt handshake. You can see the Berlin club not pleased with the way things have gone. Lots of discussions happening and a wide range of emotions between the two clubs. You can see a dejected Union Berlin and a overjoyed SC Ingolstadt. This is the last game for both clubs in the 2017 year, and it'll be after the new year that either of these clubs lace up in a competitive way again. There were chances for both teams. In the end, Ingolstadt able to take theirs. Union will rue the couple of missed chances they had in the first half. Now some remonstrations. It's actually Krylock and a couple other players on the Union Berlin side seemingly having a go at each other here in the post-match huddle. Ingolstadt feeling good about their win. Well, the story of the game was penalties either side that balanced each other out, and the one moment of quality that took this game to Ingolstadt's side, which was two substitutes combining to equalize for Stefan Leitl's side. He sent on Thomas Pladel on for Stefan Lex on the right. And he took off the team's top scorer, Sonny Kittel, for Robert Leipertz. And that bold move paid dividends. There we see the penalty that was given Berlin's way, which opened the scoring. Skripski dispatching smartly, but then the equalizer. Pladel put it on a plate for Leipertz to smash first time into the back of the net. A really good move, started by Levels actually. And the rolled ball across was oh so inviting to be hit into the corner. And then it was Leisner. His challenge on Cohen led to the penalty, which Lezcano dispatched. And he was allowed to stop during his run-up. The Berlin players not happy about it. And in the end, Ingolstadt run out 2-1 winners there in Berlin to close out the first half of the 2017 season. They will head into the winter break feeling good about their chances to make a run at this top three. They are still 6 points behind as the Ingolstadt players go over to the fans who have made the journey to the German capital from Bavaria. It's one of the great scenes and one of the great things about German football. As they head into the winter break, the Berlin fans, despite their disappointment, still applauding their side for a first half that sees them end in 5th place in the table. And ultimately, Ingolstadt will think they have a shot at making a run at those promotion places. This has been Two Red Gringos Amateur Announcing. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, go ahead. You can find us on Twitter at Two Red Gringos. You can also find our podcast and other stuff at tworedgringos.com. Check us out. Let us know what you think. I have a lot of fun doing this. I hope you guys enjoy. And I will be back probably sometime in the new year. This may be the last time I done this, but we'll take a look. We'll see what I can do this weekend. Perhaps I'll get one more off before the Christmas break, and then we'll see what happens in the new year. But thank you guys for joining. Again, FC Ingolstadt running out 2-1 winners against Berlin as we head into the German League's winter break. And